Welcome to the Life Makeovers podcast. My name is Cindy D. Whitmer, and I am the Midlife Makeover Coach, helping you turn your midlife into your best life, one step at a time. Through powerful conversations, my own midlife roller coaster story, and over 3 decades of helping people transform their lives through counseling and coaching, I am on a mission to help you create your own definition of success and happiness. Thank you for being here. Hey, everybody. Cindy here. Thanks for joining the Life Makeovers podcast. It's the holiday season. It's the holiday season. And there's all kinds of holidays. So whatever your religious leanings are or cultural beliefs are, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season right now. But I know that it's not always an easy season. Like we talked about last week, that sometimes we're managing a lot of different changes in the holiday season as well, because life doesn't stop. Generally, just because the holidays roll around every year or every so often, depending on what your beliefs are and so forth. But anyway, I think something that everybody wants in the world is peace, right? Peace. If we could ask for something that wasn't, a Hanukkah gift or a Christmas gift, material kind of thing, we probably all ask for peace. So how can we find peace in the holidays when we are busier than normal and getting ready for different things, whether it's travel or whether it's more celebrations or more services or community events or whatever it is, or if the end of the year is extra busy for you in your career, just whatever's going on. So let's talk about first what keeps us from our peace sometimes. Some of the greatest concerns and challenges that come up for people in the holiday season, one is money and spending. Because in a lot of traditions, a lot of people spend a lot of extra money. That's a lot of a lots, but there's more perhaps eating out or bigger grocery bills. If you have company, there might be travel costs, there might be gift giving costs, there might be who knows what else. So money can be a stressor. And then there's just the overwhelm of the busyness of it all, everything you want to get done, to be ready. And then there's things like, family dynamics. Sometimes if you gather with family at the holiday season, sometimes that togetherness is fantastic. And sometimes it's not, depending on your family, depending on how long you're spending together, depending on all kinds of factors, right? Another one is missing loved ones. So if you have family far away, or you have grown kids that are not coming home, or someone has died and you're grieving and really, really missing their presence, there can be that loneliness for them or that feeling, those feelings of loss or grief. And then another thing is a lot of people talk about, staying healthy. How do you stay healthy during the holiday season? How do you keep up your exercise routines or keep your eating reasonable or get enough rest and things, those basic things that is harder when you're traveling or you have company or you're doing the visiting in other settings. There's more parties, there's more eating out. Some people worry about, alcohol consumption as well, just all those things. So let's talk about how to bring peace to all these circumstances as best as we can. Okay, so for the holiday season. So one is yes, do your best to maintain your healthiest routines, whatever those are for you. If it's a meditation practice, if it's a yoga practice, if it's going to bed by 10 at night, if it's exercising every day, if it's eating your greens, if it's starting your day with a protein shake, if it's, minimizing alcohol intake, if it's whatever what you would call your healthy routines that balance your sleep, your how you take care of your body in other ways, as well as your balance of play, rest, and work, do your best. I mean, do the best you can. And forgive yourself for those indulgences. Have fun as well, but just maintain your healthy routine, and that will help you feel more peaceful on the inside if you're taking care of yourself in those ways. Number two, just know your limits. Know your limits. Know your spending limits so you don't stress out about money for the next 6 months because of what you did for this window of time. Know your limits with time with others and time with yourself, and balancing your schedule in all ways. Know your limits with how much energy you spend on holiday related activities and events and so forth. Again, time with others, time with yourself, and your limits on how much effort you put forward. You do not have to do everything. You do not have to do everything that you do perfectly. You do not have to, just because you have to bring a dish to the holiday meal, it doesn't mean it has to be homemade or the fanciest recipe you've ever done in your life, or whatever. If you need to put a spending limit on gifts, you can ask those of you who are exchanging gifts with you, like, can we put a $15 limit on this or whatever? I'm just making stuff up, but you get the idea. Know your limits and stick to them. It's okay. Number three, boundaries, which knowing your limits is a kind of boundary. So I've kind of already addressed these, but I'll just quickly go down my little list here. So the number of things you attend in the holiday season: services, parties, gatherings, events, that kind of thing. Put boundaries around that fit for you. That's different for every person. Next one, the money you spend. The next one, how much you drink, eat, indulge, etc. The next one, who you spend your time with. Who you spend your time with. That is your choice. You do not have to respond to all the invitations. You do not have to go to the family gathering if you are really struggling in a relationship or something and you just aren't sure it's a healthy, safe idea right now. Whatever. Just think about who you spend your time with, how they're going to spend the time, and whether that actually serves you in your life or not and fits for you. And in terms of boundaries, my last comment about that is, remember that you have choices about all of it. You are a grown-up. It's your job to live your life. You're 100% responsible for yourself. So please step into that responsibility. And if you're going to do things differently for any reason whatsoever in the holiday season, then please, do the choice. Let the criteria be, what will be most peaceful and joy-filled and meaningful for me? What will that be? If you're hosting, if you have company coming, or you have, whether you're having a party at your house or some kind of family or friend gathering, or you have people coming to stay with you, getting ready for people to come. I talk about doing the Jiffy Lube clean of the house. Jiffy Lube is a place that in 30 minutes or less, they do your oil change of your car. So I talk about Jiffy Lube cleaning at the holidays. So you might want to just clean like the bathroom or bathrooms that your company is going to use, and then any main areas of the house. Clean kitchen, clean living room where you're all going to gather, and whatever bathroom your guests are going to use, and not worry so much about the rest of the house. And remember, the place doesn't have to be spotless. Your company's going to trash your house at some level, even if they're very polite company, because whenever you add more people, more pets, more food, more whatever, you're going to want to clean after everybody leaves. So I would really think about how you can Jiffy Lube it and just do some very basic things to have things acceptable for you. Doesn't have to be, your mother-in-law acceptable if that's an issue, or whomever wears the white gloves in your family. Okay, and then the next thing about hosting is I want you to make meal planning easier on you. If you're seeking peace, if you're feeling stressed, if you love to make meals all day long, all night long, all week long, and you've been freezing stuff for 6 months and you bake everything from scratch, good for you. Wow, hallelujah. Please invite me to your party. But if you want to make meal planning easier, you can always ask for a potluck style for a gathering. You could have parties or gatherings at dessert or snack times instead of main meal times. You can go out, you can order in. There are so many choices. Do the bake once, eat twice rule, where you make a large casserole and you can feed it to your company more than once. Whatever, make pre-prepared items, right? Go buy the giant frozen lasagna that's already done and stick it in the oven. I believe I did that last year when we had a bunch of kids at our place. It was great, but we made some of the meals really simple. Put a great big couple frozen lasagnas in the oven, garlic bread in the oven, threw a salad together. Boom, delicious, and everybody was happy and it was easy. So it's okay. You don't have to be like Betty Crocker or Julia Child here, unless you really want to. Another way to bring peace into the holiday season with hosting, if you are a group that does gift giving for whatever your traditions are, you can limit the amount of spending if you'd like. You could draw names, not everybody buy for everybody. You could adopt a family instead of giving your own family gifts. You can get everybody the same thing. Like, this year everybody gets a scarf. This year everybody gets a gift card to the local movie theater. This year everybody gets this book. So you're buying, 10 of the same things at one store instead of going to 15 different places, getting everybody something unique. It's not necessary. These are just ideas. Or you could do family gifts. In other words, like if you have a brother and he has a spouse and they have 3 kids, instead of buying all 5 people separate things, you could get a family gift. What could their family enjoy? Right. So you just get the whole family a gift instead of like maybe a board game they could all play together, or something for their home that they could all enjoy, or whatever. And then in general, the best way to bring peace to your holiday season is to remember why you're really celebrating in the first place. Whatever your belief systems are, think about what the real meaning of these holidays are that you are celebrating and stick to those. So whether it's a gratitude practice, a gratitude focused holiday, whether it's a season of rebirth, if the meaning of the holidays for you is that it's a precious time to gather with your loved ones, if it's a time of renewal and, starting again, beginning again, whatever the meaning for the holiday season is for you, or meanings, the point of them for you, remember, don't let that get lost in the details. Focus on the meaning and you will feel more peaceful. It will be a better holiday season for you. So, I wish you a glorious holiday season, whatever you're celebrating, whether you celebrate Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa or winter solstice or whatever else is going on right now. I know there's all kinds of holidays going on in the New Year season, and other holidays. So I wish you the best in all of those, and I want you to truly enjoy them. And so again, don't get lost in the details. Have fun with what you are doing, and keep the meaning in the forefront of your mind. And hopefully this will be a very peaceful, joyous holiday season for you. And if you want to have a powerful coaching conversation in the midst of it all before the year is over, I have very, very few sessions left available until after the new year. So go to timewithcindy.com and see if there's a time. And if there's not, before we wrap it up for my holiday season, when I'll be taking some time off, then look into my January calendar and see what you can find there. And I will be so, so happy to give you a full hour of a powerful coaching conversation and experience so you can start your year off strong. All right. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Life Makeovers podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share this podcast with those that you think would also benefit from what we're doing here. And I will talk to you again soon.